Missiles are launched from an undisclosed location in this Pakistani military video.
We have given a strong punch to the coward enemy. Alhamdulillah.
Pakistan announced its retaliation after accusing India of firing at 3 of its military bases.
Whatever they may do, we are prepared for any eventuality. They want to continue it? Fine.
One
from the soil of Bihar, I say to the whole world, India will identify, track, and punish every terrorist and their backers.
So, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, dear friends. Welcome to Izhar Talks 1. I'm Dr. Izhaulok, your guide to the stories that make us proud. Picture this. What happens when two nuclear powers clash for 4 days? Jet screams across the sky and one nation comes out looking like a superstar. Did Pakistan just outsmart India in the May 2025 conflict? Did our Air Force make India's fancy jets eat dust? Well, okay, and why is the world talking about Pakistan's epic comeback? Buckle up for a 15-minute ride full of facts, a sprinkle of humor, and a whole lot of Pakistani pride. If you are curious like me, hit the subscribe button, like this video, and ring the bell. Let's dive into how Pakistan stole the show. Okay, so what kicked off this whole saga? First, let's discuss about this. Let's rewind to April 2022-2025. A tragic terrorist attack in Pahalgam, Indian-administered Kashmir, took 27 lives, mostly Hindus, tourists. India, as usual, played the blame game, pointing at Pakistan and yelling terrorism, terrorism, terrorism. Without proof, they blamed Pakistan. The resistance front, which is thought to be the clan of Lashkar-e-Taiba, claimed responsibility, but then backyard talk about a plot twist. Pakistan said, "Hold up, let's have a neutral investigations." But India was not listening. Instead, they threw a tantrum, suspending the 1960s Indus Water Treaty on April 23rd April, which we called an act of war. India's Prime Minister Modi, desperate to look tough, escalated things faster than a Bollywood movie. Like a Bollywood movie climax. Here's where India's script went off the rails. They shut borders, banned our flights, and expelled our diplomats. Pakistan, on the other hand, we matched their energy, closed trade, airspace, and sent their diplomats packing. All while keeping the Kartarpur corridor open for Sikh pilgrims because we are classy like that. Not like Indians. Then, on May 7th, India's launched Operation Sindoor. Do you think it sounds like a movie title? Right? Firing missiles at 9 sites in Pakistan and Azad Kashmir, claiming they had terrorist camps. But guess what? What happened actually? As they launched the Operation Sindoor, and they claimed that on the 9 sites we had attacked the terrorist camps. But it was not actually like that. They had civilian areas, including mosques, killing 31 innocents, including a 3-year-old girl, 5-year-old children, including many more women and children like that. It was actually an attack on the civilians. Writers in Al Jazeera called it out. India's precision strikes were more like a wild swing and a miss. Pakistan wasn't about to let that slide. Let's see how we turn the tables. Let's talk about the part where Pakistan Armed Forces said, "Not today, India." On May 7th, after India's reckless strikes, we launched Operation Bunyan Marsus, the unbreakable wall. which has been taken straight from the Holy Quran, from a verse which is Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Inna Allah yuhibbul ladhina yuqatiluna fi sabilihi saffan ka'annahum bunyanun marsus. So it is actually that ayah of the Holy Quran. Our military unleashed a blitz hitting 26 Indian sites with 3 to 400 drones. Yes, actually 400 drones and missiles. Fateh missiles. We targeted bases like Sirsa, Udhampur, etc., from the LOC line of control to the international border across India, as Indians' aggression was dissolving. Okay, so we targeted bases like that and showing India we don't mess around. But the real showstopper, let's talk about this one. Who became the real showstopper in this war? The Pakistan Air Force epic dogfight. Picture this. 40 of our JF-17 Thunders, Jet-10C and F-16 took on 80 Indian jets, including Rafael, Su-30 MKIs, you name it. MiG-20, MiG-2000, MiG-29, etc. In the first jet-era dogfight between nuclear powers. And now, did we deliver? Did Pakistan deliver? Yes, Pakistan down. At that time, Pakistan down 5 Indian jets, including 3 Rafaels. But later on, it was concluded that Pakistan as a whole had been shot down 7 fighter jets, including 1 UAV. These all were basically include of 3 shiny Rafales, India's pride and joy, plus a MiG-29 and Sukhoi 30 MKI. French intelligence sources confirms at least 1 Rafale went down, leaving India red-faced. Meanwhile, our air bases like Bulari took minor hits, but satellite imagery shows India's claims of massive damage were more fiction than fact. Al Jazeera put it perfectly, Pakistan's military reputation soared, and let's not forget the drones. We pioneered the first drone war, neutralizes 88 Indian kamikaze and other UAV drones. With the help from Chinese and Turkish technology, India's drones, let's talk about this one, India's drones. Let's just say that it crashed harder than their war plans. Pakistan response was like a perfect timed cricket shot, clean, precise, and crowd pleasing. India tried to flex with their INS Vikrant carrier near Karachi, but our navy kept them at bay. Their media spun tales of hitting our nuclear bases or Karachi fort. In fact, they also included that we had also kicked out and we had also dismantled the Lahore port. But actually, there is no sort of Lahore port present there. So they also the Indian media, we can't say anything about it because there were all stories which were actually based on the fictions. There was no actual reporting there. While they disgraced, defamed their own country.
क्वेटा का इलाका है वहां पर इन क्वेटा also बड़े इंपॉर्टेंट स्ट्रेटेजिक लोकेशंस पर F-16
रोकिएगा
आर्मी अंदर घुस गई है पाकिस्तान में क्वेटा का इलाका है वहां पर
इन क्वेटा also
बड़े इंपॉर्टेंट स्ट्रेटेजिक लोकेशंस पर F-16
रोकिएगा
In the picture, you can see supposedly missile that they think is lying on the floor or somewhere.
this one I think you are referring to this
Yeah, this one.
which they are claiming again and again it's a PL-15
Children at science fairs make better models of such missiles. This is neither close to a PL-15 nor does it look like a PL-15. The missile does not land like this and gets broken in the mid section. The missile self-destructs in the air after it has a burnout time. I mean, this is laughable to die laughing. It's a very dangerous thing that they're doing. I mean, it's fatal to human beings. This is absurd, totally absurd. Missiles don't land like this and get broken in the midsection. No, they are of white color if they are not dummy. So, and as far as the seekers are concerned, well, we say that we fired at them. So they're supposed to have seekers. We did fire. They're supposed to bring debris to prove the claim. They did this last time also in 2019. They showed
throughout the world by false reporting. So meanwhile, our forces stayed disciplined, and if we look to that, their media sponsors tales of hitting our nuclear bases or Karachi fort, like paper Bollywood nonsense debunked by the New York Times. Meanwhile, our forces stayed disciplined, avoiding airspace violations to keep the moral high ground. India thought they would scare us, but we showed them Pakistan is no one's punching bag. Pakistan's didn't just win on the battlefield, we owned the diplomatic stage. By May 9, the world was sweating over a possible nuclear clash. Pakistan's played it smart, retaliating hard, but signaling peace through our National Command Authority, reminding everyone we are serious but not reckless. When the US brokered a ceasefire on May 10th, announced by the President Trump on the Truth Social, Pakistan graciously acknowledged their role while India hemmed and hawed that scarred class folks. The global media ate it up. BBC praised our dual signals of strength and restraint. Reuters highlighted India's civilian casualties, earning Pakistan's sympathy, or called for a neutral probe into the Pahalgam attack got traction. Making India look like the aggressor, the UN urges restraint, aligning with our push for peace. India's story of crushing terrorists fell apart when Al Jazeera exposed their sloppy strikes. It's like India brought a script or debate and forgot their lines. Back home, Pakistan was on fire, not literally but with pride. After years of political noise, this conflict united us. On May 11, streets in Islamabad, Karachi, Hyderabad erupt with flag-waving crowds chanting for our heroes. A Gallup Pakistan survey showed 96% of us believed we won. Take that, India. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif declared May 16th Yawm Tashakkur, the day of gratitude for our armed forces, and promoted Generals Asim Munir to Field Marshal, a fifth-star general. Because legends deserve it. Al Jazeera noted how our military's image soared, turning critics into fans. In Azad Kashmir, our people faced India's missiles but stood strong. Locals like Mia Mehbubul Hassan told CNN then they welcomed the ceasefire but were proud of Pakistan's fight. Social media was buzzing, post celebrated our jet kills and drone dominance, calling it a history book moment. India's media, meanwhile, was busy spinning fake stories about hitting our nuclear sites. Nice try, but the New York Times called it fabricated. It is a concoction, it is a fabrication. Pakistan's truth shone brighter than India's photoshopped victories. We lost 31 precious lives to India's strike, but our spirit, unbreakable. So who won? Pakistan, hands down. We humble Indian Air Force exposed their media lies and rallied the world to our side. India wanted a blockbuster war, we gave them a reality check. My dear friends, the 2025 war or conflict proved Pakistan heartbeats stronger than ever. Our forces, our people, our stories, it's all a testament to our resilience. Indians thought they could bully us, but we sent their Rafaels crashing and their narratives crumbling. So, what's your take on all this? How should Pakistan keep shining? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I read every one of them. If you are pumped about our victory, like, subscribe and share this video to spread Pakistan's victory. Let's keep Izhar Talks on growing and shouting Pakistan Zindabad. See you next time. Thank you so much for watching this video. Allah Hafiz.